Prior to doing this work, I used to be really affected if somebody told me they didn't like me. But after doing this work, it doesn't bother me. My name's Ruth Duran. I'm a certified life coach. I help immigrants create the life and the freedom that they desire. And I help them to do this by creating so much awareness of where all their power lies. And so one of the things that used to happen before I was introduced to this work, and I was told that somebody didn't like me, or even the person told me, I don't like you, it really bothered me. And I would go on a mission to try to convince them why they should like me. Or I would feel so much pain because then I would make it that there must be something wrong with me. If somebody doesn't like me, then there must be something wrong with me. And so I would go into a mission to fix me because there must be something wrong. So I need to fix me so that this person can like me. And I went about it a whole way that only left me feeling crappy and had me showing up in a very creepy way. Because if I had to convince the other person to like me, I would go to convincing selling techniques to ensure that the other person needed to like me. So I would try so hard to sell this person, which only made this person not like me anymore, even more, because I just came off more of what they didn't like. And so I am here to hopefully help you not make the same mistake I have made. See, my friends, when somebody tells you that they don't like you, all it is just neutral. Yes, my friends, their opinion that they don't like you is neutral, and it doesn't mean anything about you until you make it mean something about you. Yes, their way they think and feel about you has no influence on how you think and feel about you until you make it mean something about you, until you either agree with them, until you either say that they're right, there's something wrong with me and I need to fix me, or until you really try to make yourself wrong. And so what you make it mean about you is where all your power lies. And when I learned this process, I was then able to take my power back and decide, okay, they might say it. What do I want to make it mean? Do I want to agree with them, or do I want to not agree with them? How do I think and feel about myself? So remember, what somebody else thinks and feels about you has no control or power over you until you make it mean something about you. And also, other people are allowed to feel anything they want about you. Other people are allowed to think anything about you. Other people are allowed to even say, I don't like you. And that's completely 100% okay, because we can choose that, you know what, they're wrong. And in fact, that's what I think these days. You know, people are allowed to be wrong about me because I like me. And if they don't like me, they're wrong, and that's okay. They're allowed to their own opinions. Before, I would go to work to try to change their opinions. Now I'll allow them to have their opinions, and I choose to believe nothing has gone wrong. And what this does is, because I don't try to convince other people, then they could go like, maybe there's something, maybe I'm wrong, but that's not my job, that's their job. And so in the past, I used to experience so much pain when people didn't like me because I made it mean something about me. I made that my thoughts, like, see, they're right. There's something wrong with me. And so I don't like me either. And so I would feel that dislike in myself. Or I would make it mean like, see, they're right. I shouldn't have done X, or I'm bad. And so I would feel that negative emotion. And so when somebody else has a feeling and it has nothing to do with me, then I get to choose how I want to feel about me or how I want to feel about whatever happened. And I get to choose and make it mean, you know what, maybe there's nothing wrong with me. Maybe it's just their thoughts about it. And so remember, if you have been following me for quite a while, I have taught you that all our thoughts cause all our feelings. And so if I was feeling dislike or if I was feeling a negative emotion about myself, it was because I was thinking something negative. And so they are thinking something that is making them feel that they don't like me. They're thinking something that's making them feel something that's making them tell me they don't like me. And so it is caused by the thoughts. And so the other thing about it is, just like with love, if I feel love for you, my love does not jump into your body. You don't feel my love until you have a thought about it and you to decide that you will feel love, and then you feel love. So if somebody doesn't like me, that they feel dislike for me or whatever emotion they feel about me, they get to feel that in their body. It doesn't jump into my body until I have a thought about it. And so I cannot feel somebody else's thoughts, somebody else's feeling about me. We, my friends, cannot feel another person's feelings. So if somebody tells you they don't like you, they get to feel that, and it does not jump into your body, so you don't feel it. And so many of us think that we experience other people's emotions. And if you have been following me for a while, and if you have really spent some time with me, you understand that that is not possible. We cannot feel anybody else's emotion. So the person who doesn't like me gets to feel that emotion. And they get to feel it in their body. And they are the ones who are depriving themselves of loving me, feeling that love in themselves. And so, my friends, how do you want to feel when somebody else says, I don't like you? How do you want to think about how do you want to think about you, and how do you want to choose to think and feel about you? Because we get to choose, and we get the responsibility of how we feel by what we are thinking. We get to take the responsibility of how we're feeling and what that is creating in our body. And so, like in the past, when I thought and I wanted to change other people and it didn't work, I know it is so easy to want to try to change how other people are feeling. But you get to decide, can they be wrong about you? You get to decide, how are you feeling about it? What are you thinking? What agreement have you had? They said something, do you agree with them? And is that why you're feeling a certain way? And why are you choosing to agree with them? And so you get to decide, how do you want to show up? How do you want to think and feel about it? And you can also decide, you know what? I want to feel compassion for that person. Because if they are feeling that dislike in their body, or if they're feeling that negative emotion in their body, cannot imagine how that feels. And so I can have compassion for that person. I can understand how much it sucks to feel that emotion in somebody's body. And I can choose to show up with love, compassion, understanding, and even acceptance that that's just what they're choosing to do. And so not liking somebody doesn't feel great. Knowing that it's their thought and feeling, and just because they're having a thought and a feeling doesn't make it true, can really have you show up as a different version of yourself and really holding space for yourself. Because my friends, if they show up and they don't tell you they don't like you, and you agree with them and you do not like you, or you decide that you're going to not like them because they don't like you, you're just sending out more of that emotion that hurts. And so what if you decide they don't like me, and that's okay because it's because of their thoughts and their feelings, and I can choose to have enough love, compassion, and understanding for me and for them? What kind of a world would we create? What kind of relationships would we create? If you would like to dive deeper into this work and create so much more freedom by the way that you look at things, send me a private message and let's schedule a consultation session where we can dive deeper into concepts like this and see where you can really choose intentionally how you want to think and feel about things and what kind of freedom that would create in your life. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a very blessed day. Bye-bye.